Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Listen with Stories. Take a slow breath in and breathe out. Today, we travel to a quiet garden. A man is alone. He is kneeling in the dirt. He has no laboratory, no tools, no team. He has only plants and time and a question. That question will change science forever. But the world will not listen. Not for 35 years. This is the story of Gregor Mendel, the monk who discovered genetics alone. If you are new here, this channel is for you. We tell true stories, slowly, clearly, in simple English. Subscribe now so you never miss a story. Gregor Mendel is born in 1,822 inches, a small village. The village is in a part of Europe called Silesia. Today, it is the Czech Republic. His family is poor. His father is a farmer. Every day, they wake up early and work the land. Young Gregor works too. He digs the soil. He plants seeds. He watches things grow. But Gregor is different from other farm boys. He asks questions. He looks at a flower and thinks, why is this one red and that one white? He looks at a pea plant and wonders, why does this one grow tall and that one stay short? He is a curious boy, a quiet boy, a boy who loves to learn. At school, his teachers notice him. He is excellent. He reads everything, but his family has no money for university. Life is hard for Gregor. He wants to study. He needs to eat. Then a teacher gives him an idea. Join a monastery, the teacher says. There you can study. There you can think. And so, at 21 years old, Gregor Mendel becomes a monk. The monastery is in the city of Brno. It is a beautiful, quiet place. There is a garden. There are books. There is peace. Mendel loves it. He reads and studies every day. The monks support him. They send him to university in Vienna to study science and mathematics. But Mendel is not a great student in every subject. He fails his teaching exam. Not once, twice. He never becomes a fully qualified teacher. This is painful for him. He tries so hard, but he fails. Some people give up after one failure. Mendel fails twice, and still he does not stop. He returns to the monastery, and he begins his real work. He walks into the garden. He looks at the pea plants. And he begins to ask his question again. Why do children look like their parents? Why do some features disappear and then come back? Why does a tall plant sometimes produce a short child? Nobody knows. Not in 1856. Nobody has ever answered this question with science. Not truly. Mendel decides to find the answer alone. Mendel chooses pea plants. They are perfect for his experiment. They grow fast, they produce many seeds, and they come in clear, easy differences, tall or short, green seeds or yellow seeds, smooth seeds or wrinkled seeds, purple flowers or white flowers. He grows 29,000 pea plants over 8 years. Say that number again, 29,000 plants, 8 years of work. Every single day, he goes to the garden. He counts, he records, he writes down every result in a notebook. He is precise, he is patient, he never stops. He crosses a tall plant with a short plant. He waits. He looks at the children. They are all tall. The short feature has disappeared. Then he lets those children grow and produce their own seeds. He waits again. He looks at the grandchildren, and something amazing happens. The short plants come back. Not many, but some. Exactly 1 in 4. He does this with all 7 plant features. Every time, the result is the same. One feature hides, but it does not die. It comes back in the grandchildren, always in the same proportion. Always 1 in 4. Mendel understands something that no human has ever understood before. There are invisible instructions inside every living thing. Some instructions are strong. They show. He calls them dominant. Some instructions are quiet. They hide. He calls them recessive. But they do not disappear. They wait. And they pass from parents to children in a pattern, a mathematical pattern. He has discovered the law of inheritance. He has discovered what we now call genetics. He is still alone in his garden. In 1865, Mendel presents his findings. He stands in front of the Natural History Society in Brno. He speaks calmly and clearly. He shows his data. He explains his laws. The audience listens. Then they ask no questions. They do not understand what they have just heard. Mendel publishes his paper in 1866. He sends copies to scientists around Europe. One of them goes to Charles Darwin. Darwin never reads it. The paper sits unopened on a shelf. Nobody writes back. Nobody discusses his work. Nobody says, "This is brilliant." Nobody says, "This is wrong." They say nothing. The silence is total. Mendel waits. He sends more letters. He tries to explain his work to other scientists. They are polite, but uninterested. In 1868, the monastery makes him abbot. He is now the leader of the monastery. He has less time for science. He has buildings to manage, taxes to fight, monks to care for. Slowly, the garden work stops. Mendel grows older. He becomes heavier. He is tired. He smokes cigarettes and drinks dark coffee. He has kidney disease. He is in pain. In 1884, Gregor Mendel dies. He is 61 years old. He dies believing his work is forgotten. He dies not knowing what he gave the world. 16 years pass. Then, in 1900, 3 scientists in 3 different countries make the same discovery at the same time. They are working on plants and heredity. They find the same patterns Mendel found. They write their papers. And then they search the old records. They find Mendel's paper from 1866. They read it. They cannot believe what they see. This monk, this quiet man, this failed teacher, he had already found the answer 34 years before them, alone, in a garden, without any help in them. 8. The 3 scientists announce what Mendel did. They give him full credit. They call his discovery the greatest in the history of biology. Today, Mendel is known as the father of genetics. His laws are still used in medicine, agriculture, and biology. Every time a doctor studies a genetic disease, they use Mendel's laws. Every time a scientist studies DNA, they stand on Mendel's foundation. His pea plants changed everything. His garden changed everything. He changed everything. My friends, let us talk for a moment. You are listening to this story in English. That is not easy, but you are doing it. You are sitting here and you are learning. That takes courage. Gregor Mendel failed his exams twice. He was not recognized in his lifetime, but he never stopped working. He trusted the truth. He believed that patient, careful work matters. End quote. You are like Mendel. Every day you listen. Every day you try. Maybe nobody sees your work. Maybe your English feels slow. But the seeds you plant now will grow. New word for you today: dominant. Dom-I-nant. It means the strongest one, the one that shows. In Mendel's plants, tall was dominant over short. In your English journey, your hard work will become dominant over your fear. Keep going. Keep listening. Keep planting seeds. Thank you, my friends, for listening today. Gregor Mendel worked alone for 8 years. He filled notebooks with truth, and the world ignored him for 34 years. But the truth cannot hide forever. His work lives in every biology book. It lives in every hospital. It lives in every field of corn and wheat on this earth. He worked in silence. But his silence was full of meaning. Now I have a question for you. Leave your answer in the comments below. If you worked on something for 8 years and nobody listened, would you keep going? Tell me your answer. I want to read every comment. And if you want to hear part 2 of this story, write part 2 below. I will make it for you. Thank you for listening. On this channel, we listen slowly, we learn deeply, and we stay curious.